A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. And when one link refuses to hold, the whole burden falls on the rest. An African truth that perfectly illustrates the high-stakes tension building in Anambra State, as traders and Governor Soludo prepare for a decisive showdown on Monday, February 2nd, 2026. With the indigenous peoples of Biafra calling for a region-wide sit-at-home in protest, the state government has rolled out a bold enforcement plan. Every trader must sign a daily attendance register to prove their shop is open or risk permanently losing it altogether, backed by the governor's firm promise to flood markets with security forces to ensure safe trading. This na confirmed street news, na waiting we hear with the report, but be sure say na confirm. Abeg, hit that subscribe button, drop a comment to help us grow and bring you undiluted news. The drama reached a boiling point during a crucial meeting in Awka on Friday, where Soludo sat down with leaders from Onitsha Main Market, the commercial heartbeat of the southeast, to hammer out a path forward after a week-long closure sparked widespread outrage. The governor laid out clear rules. Starting Monday, all markets must operate fully from Monday to Saturday with no exceptions for the long-standing sit-at-home. To monitor compliance, local government officials will circulate attendance registers in every market line, requiring traders to sign in daily as proof of opening their shops. Those who fail to do so will be identified as non-compliant, facing swift revocation of shop ownership. The government will compensate affected owners but reallocate the spaces, effectively telling persistent defiers they can take their business elsewhere, perhaps even suggesting they form their own market aligned with the sit-at-home cause. This comes against the backdrop of IPOB's Friday declaration of a full shutdown across the southeast, framing it as solidarity with traders and a protest against what they call an attempt to crush peaceful civil disobedience tied to the detention of their leader, Nnamdi Kanu. If you are gripped by this unfolding battle over economic freedom and security in the southeast and want to stay right at the heart of how it plays out, hit that like button now, drop a comment with your take on these tough measures, and subscribe with notifications turned on so you are alerted the moment we bring you updates from the ground. This confrontation didn't emerge in isolation. It's the culmination of years of frustration with the Monday sit-at-home, a practice that began over a decade ago as IPOB's way of pressuring for Kanu's release and highlighting regional grievances. What started as voluntary protest has over time disrupted billions in trade, closed schools, halted transport, and created an atmosphere where many traders feel caught between fear of repercussions and the need to earn a living. In Anambra, a state powered by vibrant markets like Onitsha, the weekly closures have been especially costly, scaring away buyers, spoiling goods, and stunting growth in a region desperate for investment. Governor Soludo's administration has long argued that security has improved enough to make the sit-at-home unnecessary, viewing continued observance as economic sabotage, often enforced by criminal elements rather than genuine protest. The recent one-week shutdown of Onitsha Main Market was the governor's strongest move yet to break the cycle, but it also ignited backlash, including IPOB's counter-call for a total lockdown, turning Monday into a make-or-break moment for control over daily life and commerce. At the Awka meeting, Soludo was unequivocal in his commitment and warnings. He promised a comprehensive security overhaul, deploying army personnel, police, civil defense, and the state's Agune Chamber Vigilante Group to strategic locations in markets every trading day. He highlighted that Onitsha Main Market already has its own internal security team of 150 armed agents, funded by traders themselves, and assured a full lockdown of Onitsha City, not just the market, to guarantee safety. The governor described non-compliance as self-sabotage, urging traders to reject external pressures and embrace full operations for their own prosperity. Market leaders, including Onitsha Main Market Chairman Chijioke Okpalugo, pledged cooperation, appealing to colleagues to open shops without fear. The State's Commissioner for Information, Dr. Law Mefor, reinforced the message, stating that the sit-at-home has devolved into a criminal enterprise and that those still observing it are effectively identifying themselves for sanctions. One market leader went further in an audio message, begging traders to comply and warning that failure to open would mark them as part of the problem. These measures carry weighty implications across the board. Economically, successful enforcement could inject new life into Anambra's markets, restoring buyer confidence, preventing spoilage, and boosting revenue for traders and the state alike. Socially, the daily attendance register and shop revocation threats aim to empower those ready to move forward while isolating holdouts, potentially easing the psychological grip of fear that has kept many shutters down. Politically, it bolsters Soludo's image as a decisive leader prioritizing development, but it also risks portraying the government as heavy-handed if traders feel coerced. On the security front, the promised deployments address a core trader concern, protection from intimidation, while signaling zero tolerance for disruptions, though any overreach could spark resentment. Reactions are sharply divided. Many traders and market leaders have voiced support for reopening, citing the need for livelihoods and welcoming the security assurances as a game changer that removes excuses for staying closed. Business groups see this as a vital step toward normalcy. On the other side, IPOB and sympathetic voices frame the register and revocation threats as oppressive tactics designed to break peaceful protest, insisting the sit-at-home remains a legitimate response to Kanu's ongoing detention. Some residents worry about potential clashes if the lockdown call gains traction, while others dismiss it as empty threats that have lost their bite over time. All eyes now turn to Monday, February 2nd. If traders show up in large numbers, sign the registers, and open their shops under the security blanket, it could mark the effective end of the sit-at-home era in Anambra, paving the way for sustained growth and perhaps inspiring neighboring states. The attendance records will provide immediate proof of compliance, allowing quick identification and action against defiers. Soludo's security promise will be put to the test. If visible and effective, it could build lasting trust and encourage even hesitant traders to return routinely. Should significant portions stay closed in solidarity with IPOB, the government has signaled readiness to extend closures, revoke shops, and compensate owners, potentially leading to legal battles or further protests. Over the coming weeks, successful implementation might accelerate market modernization plans, while failure could embolden protest calls and prolong economic limbo. Broader dialogue, perhaps involving community elders or neutral mediators, may emerge if tensions linger, aiming to address root grievances like Kanu's case without daily disruptions. As Monday dawns in Anambra, this tango between traders and the governor holds the potential to redefine daily life in the Southeast. If this detailed look at the stakes has you invested in the outcome, show your support, drop a like, share your predictions for Monday in the comments, and subscribe for real-time coverage as events unfold on the ground. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay safe, and we'll be right here with the latest from the markets. Take care.